This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFILM London. We're at Glow Bluewater here ahead of James DeGALE's fight tomorrow night here at the same venue. With me I've got promoter MICK HENNESSY. How you doing, Mick?
Good, KUGAN. You?
Good to see you.
Been a while.
Been a while. Been a while.
Been out in the wilderness a little bit. The wilderness of Madison Square Garden.
You're back now.
Back, yeah.
What sort of test is this for James DeGALE tomorrow? Because obviously the fight was called at quite short notice for James. Didn't box that long ago.
Yeah.
But what can you tell us about the level of opponent Bocic is? Bocic, is it you pronounce it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Stefan Bocic. It's short notice for both fighters, really. I mean, this is, you know, we just done a deal with Channel 5, and the only date we could start with before September, when the dates kick in, was June 8th. So we've all done this at short notice. So this was as short notice for James DeGALE as it was for Bocic. Fortunately, both fighters were in shape. Both fighters were close to the weight and preparing. So it made it easy to make this fight in the end. But Bocic is, he's probably a world-class gatekeeper. He's stepped up twice with top world-class fighters, and he's been beat, albeit on injuries. But he's in and around. He's a world-class fighter, and James needs to beat the likes of Bocic, very convincingly if he's going to be the big name in the sport that we believe he's going to be.
What can you tell us about the situation with Channel 5? There were strong rumours a few months ago that they'd pulled out of boxing, but obviously, what has been the situation? We know they're showing the fight, James's fight, live this Saturday, but was there a situation there?
Well, look, there was obviously a situation there, and it was more an internal thing. I've always been confident that we was going to continue doing long-term business, but the rumours were that intense that even I started to believe them. So, no, I never gave up on the situation, and now we've solved any problems that there were, and we're moving forward in a strong way.
Because there were also rumours that Channel 5 were only interested in showing fights to do with Tyson Fury. Was that true at any point, Mick?
No. I mean, Tyson obviously has been, the flag bearer, and that's who we started with on Channel 5, and basically he's been getting fantastic ratings. But the fact that they was only going to do Tyson fights, that wasn't the case.
How far do you think James DeGALE is off fighting for a world title? How far is he fighting up from fighting for a world title?
I think he's. I think in September he's going to fight again. We're going to get him a decent name if we can, and I would say he's 1 or 2 fights off fighting for a world title.
So you're looking at something maybe next year if he keeps in good form and keeps winning.
Keeps busy. Early next year, I'd like to think that he'll be in a major fight for a world title.
What do you think about the comments that Carl Froch has recently made about James DeGALE and George Groves, about if he was to fight one of them that he would end their careers?
Well, listen, he's got to say that. He's obviously a top-level operator. He's got to have belief in what he's doing. But to be fair, I was quite impressed with George Groves recently, his recent performance, and James DeGALE. That talent is really coming out in him. He's just getting better and better. If he stays busier, you'll see the best in him. I just think that he's got to say them sort of things, but I think he realises that both of them are hard tests and big fights, domestic super fights. So, for me, he's in a position now. It's either fight Ward or have a domestic blockbuster with one of either James or George, because for me, the Kessler fight, what's the point? The last one was convincing. It's it'll go pretty much the same way if they have another fight.
Hypothetically, if Eddie Hearn and Matchroom were to ring you tomorrow and make you an offer to fight James DeGALE in September, is it something that you'd be interested in doing for Carl Froch?
We would obviously talk about it. It depends what the offer is. I mean, as long as it was sensible and it was good business, we would be interested. Do
you think he's ready to face Carl Froch right now?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
What can you tell us about the Tyson Fury situation? Because he's obviously, we know that withdrawn from the Pulev eliminator bout. I don't know if there's anything you can tell us about the Tyson Fury thing, Mick, but is there anything you can say about that? What's been happening?
Not really. I mean, look, right now the only thing I can tell you is we're looking to make super fights with Tyson Fury. He's earned the right to be in massive fights now. You know, he's took us on a great journey. It's been a roller coaster, and it's been exciting beyond belief. But now the time, he's earned the right to be in super fights, and his next fight, you know, I'm going to make sure it's a super fight.
Can you make any comment whatsoever on the speculation of that he will fight David Haye later this year? Can you tell us anything about that?
Sorry, Kugan, no comment.
Come on, Mick. Is that something you can tell us? Is it all right? Is the fight likely to happen at some stage between now and this time next year, do you think?
Personally, I think the fight's got to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's too great a fight. It really is. And you know, you've got two complete, you know, gunslingers who you know what to expect from them. You know what to expect from them inside the ring and outside the ring. I mean, there wouldn't be, there's not going to be a bigger fight than that in the UK for God knows how many years. So, you know, the fight should happen.
I personally think it's the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing, and interestingly, the biggest fight in world heavyweight boxing that doesn't involve a Klitschko brother. So, you know, that is the fight at the moment, isn't it? Haye versus Fury.
Yeah, it is, and I'm glad you said that rather than me. Because,
well, it is.
You know, otherwise it would be promoter talk. You know?
No, absolutely. That's what I believe, and I think that's what a lot of people believe. I don't care what, you know, if it doesn't involve a Klitschko, and I think that that's the best thing. They're both our fighters. They're both UK fighters, and that is, you know, the fight. So Mick, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Just make it happen. Make it happen for the fans, Mick.
I'd love it to happen. I think you know, I think everyone would. And me personally, I agree with you. If the fight does come off, if it does happen, for me, it's bigger than Tyson versus one of the Klitschkos, or it's bigger than Haye versus
absolutely.
One of the Klitschkos. The fight is a super fight of the highest order.
Definitely. All right, Mick. I think we're just about to weigh in now.
Start my weigh in.
Mick Hennessy, thank you very much for talking to iFILM London. People are always asking us to interview you, Mick, and we don't get you on here enough, so we've got to sort that out.
All right, nice one, Kugan.
KUGAN CASSIUS and Mick Hennessy here for iFILM London. Thank you very much.